Hello and welcome to Bforex.com Global Market Review. We had an interesting data coming out last week from the US. On Friday we saw the non-farm payrolls report coming in at minus 240k. The forecasted figure was minus 200k. So we're seeing a decline below expectations of minus 40k, therefore indicating a decline in the labor sector in the US. However, bear in mind the traders on the floor did expect an even worse figure of minus 300k. This was the rumors going on in the market. Therefore, we saw that the dollar actually strengthened on the back of this news. We saw the euro dollar drop slightly after this data came out. Usually a weak non-farm payrolls report should weaken the US dollar. However, ladies and gentlemen, bear in mind that in this case, the non-farm payrolls report did not surprise on the downside many of the traders on the floor. Therefore, we saw the dollar hold relatively steady. Now let's go to Robert and see what commodities are doing.
Commodity traders woke up this morning and found an interesting thing at their doorstep. The Chinese government has announced a $600 billion package to stimulate their economy. This will help solidify commodity prices across the board as oil and metal get greater demand for products. What we saw last week is that commodity prices continue to be a little bit weak. We expect commodity prices to get a little bit stronger now because of this Chinese news, at least for the next couple of days. Don't expect to limit up markets, but expect to see some strength come back. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. This week is a relatively quiet week in terms of major key data. Important to look out for, however, today will be the PPI figures from the UK, indicating producer inflation. Interesting to see how the UK will cope with inflation. Now the interest rate has been cut by 1.5%. 150 basis points. This is a major interest rate cut. So let's see how the UK economy is reacting. Traders will be watching this one closely. However, on the USD side is more of a quieter week. Again, action will resume on Thursday. We have the trade balance numbers. This will be important to watch. However, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on the European and UK markets this week. We have more data coming from there. So let's see after the rate cuts how the economies are reacting. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you again tomorrow.